Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Pace Studios here in New York City. We are here today by our friend Sweet Crude from Louisiana. Guys, thank you so much for coming and playing for us today in New York.
Thank you for having us.
It's our pleasure. So you guys have a new album out, came out in April. It's called Creatures. Has an alternate pronunciation that I'm not going to attempt here so as not to screw it up. But you can take it from there. And you're going to play some songs from the record for us today. So tell us a little bit about the first one you're going to do.
This song is called Laissez les lazy, and it was written mostly by our bassist, Steven. It's about being catapulted into adulthood. One day you're an intern at life, and the next day you have an entry-level position writing code at life.
Sounds lucrative.
It might, well, we'll see. Benefits don't kick in for another 90 days, but,
Yeah, they're vesting, yeah.
Anyway, this song is one that we love to open shows with, so we thought we'd open this one with.
Great.
I'm getting heavy as confetti, spreading out like stars in the wind. Mon corps a été fait en soleil. Wind chime sounds like, ooh, I think I love you. Too much does it bug you? Non, je connais que tu m'aimes aussi. Laissez-les mourir seuls. We'll go for blast off. Faster now we cast off. Saving tu veux te marier avec moi. On sent comme la terre et la lune. Go on, he's your turn. Go on, the door is wide open. Go on, he's your turn. Go on. Des amants, vive la vie dans les moments, criant pour les bons temps, criant pour les bons temps. Daydream fever, think I'm getting heavy, think I'm getting heavy, think I'm getting heavy. Daydream fever, think I'm getting heavy, think I'm getting heavy, think I'm getting heavy. Daydream fever, think I'm getting heavy. Think I'm getting heavy. Think I'm getting heavy. Daydream fever. Think I'm getting heavy. Think I'm getting heavy. Think I'm getting heavy.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Sounded great. So you guys are from South Louisiana, and I know that it is a mission of yours as a band to really showcase the French-speaking heritage of the area. And at the same time, while listening to the album and listening to that song, you know, from my ears, it doesn't sound like the musical heritage is as much a part of it. It's not a lot of Cajun sounds, not a lot of Zydeco. It's something different. So tell me how these things have come together to make the music that you guys make.
Yay. Fun stuff to talk about. So
That's right. Great observation. We don't necessarily dip too often into the Louisiana heritage as far as musical genre elements are concerned, except for the language thing. We just
Right.
noticed that wasn't really being done. So there's generally speaking a compartmentalization that happens in Louisiana where you have Cajun music and Zydeco music, which we know and love. And then there's just, everything else, other roots music, pop music. But French language is just generally relegated to Cajun music and Zydeco music in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And so we just saw a gap that we could fill, perhaps, to do the music that we want to do, but also use the language, show people that language isn't just something that grandmas speak around a coffee table, but that it is something that is viable, can be put into a modern context. And so that's our little mission as a band.
Right. And so as far as that heritage is concerned, I'm curious, like, in terms of the music, it really is sort of like pop music, rock music with bilingual lyrics. But as you guys were getting started, were there elements of that sort of cultural sound that you sort of got filtered out, or this was always the equation that you guys sort of had in mind?
Yeah, well, it actually started with a Cajun song that we messed around with. So that's what this band became, because of that one song that we kind of played with. We put like a hip hop beat on it, and we're like, oh, people seem to like this. And so we wanted to just try that in our own style after that. But it kind of started with a Cajun song that we loved and that we grew up with, Sam and I and Jack. We have grandparents that their first language is Louisiana French, so we all grew up around it. Most of us here did. So yeah, we really did start with that one song, and then that's what we pulled from.
So yeah, that was from the very beginning. That was part of our thing.
That was the thing. So tell us a little bit about this next song you're going to do from Creatures.
Oh yeah, I will. This song is called Mon Esprit, and it's sort of the torch song of the record. But we just put out a music video for it, and I think it does a good job of sort of showing and interpreting what I'm trying to convey when I do it live. But we filmed it at this beautiful space in New Orleans called Maroney Opera House, and we have a beautiful dancer in it and some friends that helped. And but it's kind of about a woman's struggle, just in general. You can interpret that however you want, but because we do struggle a lot, I think. And for me personally, it's just the struggle of like getting out of a relationship and moving on, or I don't know. I pull from lots of things in my own life when I sing this song, but it's about how singing can release and be cathartic. So yeah.
Great. Thank you. That was great. So I'm interested in the percussion. Obviously, this is a really central part of your sound. I think in normal stage concert circumstances, there's even more of it, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
Yeah.
right. So typically, Alexis here has a whole fortress of drums. Our drum set player, Dave, back there, has got a whole bunch of drums. There's a drum pad of electronic fantasy drums. And Skylar over there has got his own drum.
So tell me, what is the impetus for that? How did that become such a defining characteristic of your sound?
I'll take this one.
Good.
The basics of human music are drums and singing. And so we based this band off of sort of what are the basics of what makes you feel music. Mm-hmm. And what we started with was drums and group singing. So we intended to not have much in terms of instrumentation at all at the outset. And just slowly over time, it's built into this. But originally, we got people who could sing. Like the whole concept, we came together as singers and drummers. So it was, just the most guttural feeling that we could create.
I see. And the other sort of kind of unrelated question I was going to ask, because I'm curious about it, is your name, which, being, that you are from where you are from, would seem to be a reference to perhaps the BP oil spill of, 7-8 years ago, whenever exactly that was. And I was wondering if that was in fact the inspiration and why you went that way.
Sure. So Sweet Crude, yeah, it's been a part of our oil economy, Louisiana's oil economy, for quite some time. Crude oil and oil, I guess, is something that put Louisiana's economy into the 20th century, when a lot of rural Louisiana was, I guess, a little more fisher people. It was planters. I think that the interstate highway system and all this stuff, it all plays into what brought, I guess, Louisiana and quote unquote Cajun culture to the rest of the world. And but beyond that, we love the oxymoron, sweet and crude.
Right.
The BP oil spill, I mean, that didn't really play a part in the naming of the band at all. But it's just a reference to something that's from Louisiana it's something that we export, something that we don't get a lot of credit for exporting, I suppose. But it's also something that it modernized our economy and the state of Louisiana in general, in which what we do is we take something old and make it new again. And so that's why we chose that name.
I see. Great. So you got one more song for us from Creatures. Tell me a little bit about what you're going to close out with.
Sure. This song is called Île dans la mer. It means island in the sea. It's a little dialogue between a lady and a fella. And it's fun because we get to sort of sing on top of each other, but in harmony, and finish each other's...
So you're referring to the two of you, just to be clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sandwiches.
We finish each other's
Sushi? Yeah, there you go. All right, so then, and so this song is a fun little pop song that is on our brand new album, Creatures.
Great.
The same every day of the week. There's a ring around the things, all the things that I love. From my lazy eyes, it looks rough.
Thank you, guys. So you guys are out on tour now. I think you've got a Brooklyn show coming up here in the city, but some shows I think in between, and you're coming back, maybe up to Boston. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
That is right.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you. I also know we wanted to mention you guys had the unfortunate incident of having your like band van broken into, and a lot of stuff was taken, a lot of instruments, a lot of personal effects. You have a GoFundMe page working right now to try to help you recover that stuff, and we want to help you with that effort. So our viewers today can find the link to that site here in the post, and we encourage everyone to help these guys try to get their stuff back, or at least get new stuff to replace the old stuff.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank
Yeah,
you
I don't
very
know if we're
much.
going to be able to help you recover the actual old stuff.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah. But so there's that. But in the meantime, you guys are out on tour. I don't know if there are any other dates coming up you wanted to mention our readers here, so they can come see you.
Yeah, like I said, Brooklyn Bowl. It's coming up on Thursday, I believe. And we have we have a lot more stuff coming in the fall as well.
September, October.
Yeah.
We're back.
So we're just finishing up a Northeast run. So like I said, if you're in Boston, we're going to be at the Museum of Fine Arts, Brooklyn Bowl. We're in D.C. These shows might be either sold out or on their way. But to find out more, you can go to our Facebook, Sweet Crude Band, and then or sweetcrudeband.com. It's all there as well.
All right.
But yeah, we're excited about the rest of this tour and about going on the road in the summer,
Yeah,
and
you-
especially about Tank and the Bangas,
Yes.
a band that we're on the tour with right now. On the
Yes,
tour, sure.
On the tour. We're good friends with them, and we love them so much. And but yeah, we can also follow us on Instagram. We post very silly photos, and we have a Yelp account. So follow us on Yelp.
All right. Well, the album is Creatures, and guys, have a great time on tour. And thanks so much again for coming and playing for us here in New York. We really appreciate it, and come back anytime.
Thanks
Thank
for having us.
you.
Appreciate it so much.
Thanks.